Hello, this is Willie from south part of Missouri Ozarks, and we're doing lesson 17 today. Uh, I see no neutral things. Yesterday was I have no neutral thoughts. So I see no neutral things. This will be an eyes open meditation. I wanted to show you all the green things that were growing outside this time of year. This is some wild garlic. It kind of went wild in my yard, and I just pulled a clump up because I want to transplant it to another location in the garden. But the stems are edible. They're a little chewy, but the uh, the bulb is nice and edible in the middle of the winter. Or I'm going to use these for planting. But just wanted to show you that there are lots of green things still growing in the wintertime. I see no neutral things. This idea is another step in the direction of identifying cause and effect as it really operates. You see no neutral things because you have no neutral thoughts. It is always the thought that comes first, despite the temptation to believe that it is really the other way around. This is not the way the world thinks, but you must learn that it is the way you think. If it were not so, perception would have no cause, and would itself be the cause of reality. In view of its highly variable nature, this is hardly likely. Paragraph 2. In applying today's idea, say to yourself with eyes open, I see no neutral things because I have no neutral thoughts. Then look about you, resting your glance on each thing that catches your eye long enough to say, I do not see a neutral whatever it is you're looking at, because my thoughts about whatever it is you're looking at are not neutral. For example, you might say, I do not see a neutral wall because my thoughts about walls are not neutral. I do not see a neutral body because my thoughts about bodies are not neutral. As usual, it is essential to make no distinction between what you believe to be animate and inanimate, pleasant or unpleasant. Regardless of what you may believe, you do not see anything which is really alive and really joyous. That is because you are unaware as yet of any thoughts which are really true and therefore really happy. I've listened to so many near-death experiences, and they talk about this great joy, this wonderful peace. I think that's what he's referring to, that experience that we all have after we leave this physical world. He thinks he's trying to lead us to where we can start seeing it in this world. Death really accomplishes nothing. It's only by life. So we don't want to wait till we die to feel this great peace and joy. And the last paragraph. 3 or 4 specific practice periods are recommended, and no less than 3 are required for maximum benefit, even if you experience resistance. However, if you do, the length of the practice period may be reduced to less than a minute or so, which is otherwise recommended. So he's saying that we can do 3 or 4 specific practice periods. We got to do at least 3 and aim for at least a minute. But if you can't do a full minute because it's too unbearable for some reason, well, then at least sit for a few seconds. And I do want to say that this is an eyes open meditation or a practice. He doesn't really call them meditations. He calls them practices generally. I like to encourage those that are walking the way that I encourage to spend a few minutes every morning and every evening as soon as you wake up and at close time you go to sleep, of just being still and quiet with your eyes closed and just just be at peace. Let the thoughts come and go. We're going to learn to do that more and more in the course. Here in the beginning, he's really trying to make it really easy, I feel like, so that no one gets discouraged and that he'll build on this. But if you feel like it, do spend a few moments in the silence. All right. Well, nice to see you. And as always, be looking for God's good in every moment.